Hello, my name is Susie and I'm from the blog Girl Gone Green, and today's video is all about facial cupping. I knew I couldn't write a blog post and share all the details about facial cupping without actually giving you a tutorial on it as well. So here I am to share with you how to do facial cupping. If you want a more detailed look though into facial cupping and all the details behind it, be sure to check out below my full blog post that we did on all the details about facial cupping and why you should start implementing it in your skincare routine. So facial cupping is actually a traditional Chinese medicine practice. It's an adaptation of body cupping. I'm sure a lot of you have seen body cupping where you have those marks on the back of your body from, the cups. You shouldn't have bruising or marks from this on your face. If you do, you're doing it incorrectly. This really helps to revitalize your skin and bring circulation to your skin when you do facial cupping correctly. There are so many benefits to facial cupping as well. The benefits include things like wrinkle reduction, a facelift, a natural way to do or get a facelift, reduce puffiness, helps to relieve muscle tension. If you have any sort of sinus pressure or need to release some sinus pressure, this is a really great tool. It can really help to clear your sinuses. It helps to strengthen your elastin fibers in the skin and really build up that collagen, which I don't know about you, but I'm all about. It also really can help to just bring a glow to your skin. A lot of times after you do a facial cupping session, you'll notice that your skin just looks a little bit brighter and glowy. It also, one of the biggest things it can do is promote lymphatic drainage. So anything that you need to maybe just get moving, it can really help get things moving. Lymphatic drainage is so important for our skin in general and our body because our lymphatic system does not have a pump. So we have to manually help drain it properly. So this is just a great tool all around, and there's so many benefits to using facial cupping in your skincare routine. Okay, so what do you need to actually complete a facial cupping session? You need the facial cups. You can get these on Amazon. I'm gonna link the ones that I have here. I always recommend you have a small one and a large one. So this is gonna work different surfaces, larger areas of your face, and this one is more targeted, especially for those fine lines and wrinkles. This is really great at working those out. You also want a facial oil. I love Le Prunier's plum oil. This oil is so good because it just has one ingredient in it, plum oil. It's really great for multiple skin types, super rich. Feels so great and nourishing on the skin as well. And it's really gonna help provide that slip to your skin when you're facial cupping and gliding the cups over your skin. This one in particular, the smaller one, is really going to help with collagen production, especially if you have any fine lines. A lot of times people, will have the laugh lines or the forehead lines or maybe the crow's feet. This is really gonna help when you move it in circular motions. It's going to help stimulate that collagen and really get that moving and increase the elastin in your skin. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys a tutorial on how to do it. First, I'm going to make sure my skin is well oiled and has a really good lather to it so that way I can move the cups easily on my skin. I'm also doing my neck as well. You wanna make sure you start with your neck to really open up your lymphatic system. This is super important because a lot of times what people will do is they will open up their lymphatic system by starting to, move things on their face, or they'll do facial rolling or even gua sha or different movements to really help move their lymphatic system, but they actually don't open it up first, which can be really harmful because then the drainage pathways don't have anywhere to go. So it's super important to first open up your lymph and then it has somewhere to go. So first I'm just gonna start right here kind of at the base of your neck. I'm gonna look over too in the camera just so I can see what I'm doing every now and then if you see my eyes diverting, but you're just gonna do like this pumping motion just to kind of start opening up the lymphatics. You kind of feel that. This is your watersheds too, so it's really gonna help everything flow, really get things moving. And then I'll start at the base of I'll start at my neck and then I'll move up throughout my face. You really want anything we're moving to be able to drain. Okay, so then what I first I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the larger cup here, and we're just gonna start right underneath my jawbone right here, and I'm just gonna move it down. And I kind of work in quadrants. So this half of my face over, and then this half of my face over here. So I'm gonna start with this half and do that. And you want about 3 to 4 passes per. So I'm not having a super hard section. You don't want the section to actually leave a mark or really be so hard that you're bruising from it. You want a light section, so it can stay there, but you can easily just pop it right off. See, I'm not like sectioning so hard that it is hard to get off, or I feel like it's almost creating a tension in my neck. It's just a light section. So again, I'm just moving down the limbs, 3 to 4 passes per, and then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. And then what I'm gonna do is actually do like a 7. So I'm gonna go like that over and then down. This one's a little bit larger. And then do a little bit smaller. Same thing on the other side, larger first. What's really cool about this movement around the neck is that it can really help to stimulate the thyroid and really revitalize it, especially the circulation around the thyroid. I've read about this, kind of what got me into facial cupping and wanting to try it, because I have low thyroid, and so just knowing that it can help really to stimulate that and energize it again. Okay, so once we started with the neck, then I'm gonna move up with my larger one to my cheek area. So again, starting on one side, doing light section. I'm just putting light pressure up to my hairline. And I like to work in 3s. So if I start in one area, I do it 3 times. I'm gonna do a little bit more on the jawline. It's okay if it tends to not really section as well in the jawline. That's normal, just because there's not as much fat or anything to hold on to there. Same thing on the other side. Okay, now I'm gonna take the smaller one and do a little bit of detailed work just before I move up to my forehead. So if you have prominent laugh lines right here, you can really take this and work it in circular motions. This really helps to stimulate the collagen. So I'm just doing little circular motions all along that line, just light section. You can also use it literally on top of your lip to help plump your lip if you really want a bigger lip. I don't really have an issue with big lips. I already have some lips, so I'm not gonna do that, but I am doing a little bit of drainage right here. Just any drainage coming down from my sinuses. And then I'm gonna repeat the same thing, really stimulating the collagen on that laugh line. And then working around your eyes, same thing. You can do light section around those crow's feet, or if you have any sort of fine lines, and just perform the same circular motions. This is really gonna help stimulate that collagen and increase that circulation. You'll be so amazed once I'm finished how much more less you can see my fine lines, because just increasing that circulation really helps to stimulate blood flow and just massages them away. It's pretty amazing. A lot of times, people think that you need to do this for a really long time to see results, but I saw results after my very first facial cupping session. Obviously, the longer you do it, the more results you're gonna get. I would say that after doing this for 2 weeks, I really started to see my skin was consistently more glowing and my fine lines were more plumped and less visible. And after 3 weeks, I could really see a difference. And you'll see those photos in my blog post. You can check them out. So again, I'm doing the same circular motions on this side of my face around my eye. Okay, once that area is done, you can also take it, you want to apply really light pressure and do it under your eyes. You don't want to do too hard. I've seen people do it really too hard. You shouldn't be pulling the skin area. It's really delicate underneath your eye. You just want light pressure and just to move it all the way over to the hairline. This can really help to decrease puffiness if you get puffy eyes, or if you find like after a rough night of sleep, you just need to look a little bit more revitalized and awake. I find that facial cupping is actually really relaxing for me at night before bed. It just kind of winds me down. It's like a little massage for my skin. I've really loved the results, but I love the process as well. Okay, once I'm done with the eye area, you can also do the eyebrows. So again, same movement, light section down. And then switch sides, finding this hair. And as you can see, it's the large one and the small one are so good for various things, right? So now once I'm up here in my forehead area, I'm gonna take the small one again and really do those circular motions. This can really help build that collagen, like I said, really for those fine lines around the forehead that we can get. This is amazing though. After you do this, you can really see the results. Okay, and then you can also use it just to really help move that lymphatic drainage, just like we were doing on our cheeks, but using the smaller cup. You can also do the back of your neck too if you want to before you start the base. I just don't find I have as much puffiness. It's really more if you have a lot of puffiness or inflammation in your skin and you're really wanting to move things. But if you were going to do the back of your neck, you would just use the large one and go down across the neck. That already feels so good. It's just releasing tension. I feel like I can hold a lot of tension in my forehead, and it feels so good when I just go through and do the facial cupping because I can tell that it just releases the tension and the stress that I might be holding there. So then I like to take my larger one and really just move it even more. This is even more of like a massage for your skin. It really helps get the sinuses going, just up and over. Feels so good. And then I like to do one more overall to really help relieve and move anything that I brought down. Do the sevens again. And then I like to do one more pass over, like kind of totally just draining everything down. And one more on my cheeks. You might need to apply a little more pressure so that you can get it past that jawline. There you have it. My skin looks more alive, circulation is flowing, I feel rejuvenated, I feel less tension overall in my skin, my muscles just release that tension. My wrinkles and my fine lines are diminished and a lot more less visible and minimized, just due to all that blood flow and oxygen flowing and circulation. Can't tell you guys enough how much I love doing this practice. It's really helped to just calm me before I go to sleep, but also given me amazing skincare results when it comes to just seeing more of a glow to my skin, less fine lines and wrinkles, and just an instant facelift, which I don't know about you, but I love. So I hope you'll try facial cupping. Make sure and check out all the products in the caption below. I've linked my facial cups as well as the oil, and then my blog post too, where you can check out all the details on facial cupping. I hope this was super helpful. Have a great day.